Denver Broncos. Justin Tucker set to boom this one away. And we are underway on a Monday night.
Let's go! Let's go! Let's go! Ready? Let's get it! It's out of time. It's out of time, guys. It's out of time.
First carry for Austin Eckler, who's a Colorado native. And that is the kind of tackling they want to see all game, as he'll lose yardage to start things out. He'll wind up losing a yard on the play, and it'll be 2nd and 11.
Set the tone, defense. Set the tone.
On 2nd down, Eckler. And they're able to get this one across the 35. That one good for 13 and a Charger first. So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38.
Great. No, check that. We're on Mike 52 right here. Come on, dude. 52's the Mike. Watch Mike. Hey, come on.
They fake the give. Newton. Almost able to intercept it. That's one he would have liked to have held on to on this first drive. Instead, 2nd down. They work again from the 38 on 2nd and 10. Play action. It's Newton. And his throw is incomplete. Marquise Brown was the intended target. And it's 3rd down. So back-to-back incompletions, and that has him staring at a 3rd and 10. Now Newton. He finds Beckham complete. And this is going to be another 1st down as they'll make the tackle at the Broncos' 42. So a 1st and 10 now in Denver territory at the 42-yard line. Running on 1st down, Eckler. Alec Ogletree in on the stop.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
Now left side, a completion to his tight end. And this is going to be another 1st down as they'll make the tackle at the Broncos' 21. Off play action, Newton. Escaping the pressure right. And seeing no options, he just tosses this one away, incomplete. Now that'll bring up 2nd down. After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. Throwing again. Newton completes it to the tight end, Kittle. And he takes it in for a Charger touchdown. From 21 yards away. And the Chargers take the ball down the field and score on their opening drive. Extra point was hooking, but he does make it through. And that makes the score 7-0. And after the touchdown, here's Myers to boot it away. This will be taken very short. Now a hit and a loose football. And picked up by the Chargers. And a great return here gets this one all the way down to the 26-yard line. So a teammate picking him up there, that was nearly disaster.
And the way that you coach these things, you want to make sure you have eyes towards the return guy, because you want to make sure that the catch is secured. A lot of teams do that. They have at least one guy. Okay, you're responsible for making sure he secures the catch. He's not always the one that makes the recovery, but he can always sound out the alarm. Hey, ball's on the ground. We've got to get it back.
Man left. Eight. Check. Left and 20.
Newton now to throw. And they're going to get to him. A sack. Sack back at the 9-yard line. Sheldon Rankins abruptly ends that play with a sack.
Well, surprise, surprise. 1st and goal at the 1. No quarterback sneak. No running play. They decided to throw for it, but the pressure got to him quickly and put the quarterback down.
Eluding the pressure right. Gets this one to Juszczyk. And he's in for a Charger touchdown. Cam Newton now with 2 first-quarter touchdown passes. For the Chargers, they're able to widen their lead. And he wasn't blocking or running it there. They tossed it to him.
And you remember the good old days when the 49ers were riding roughshod in the league? They used their fullback in pass plays all the time. Roger Craig, Tom Rathman, those guys were terrific at running these types of plays.
And after the touchdown, here's Myers to boot it away. A first carry now for Kareem Hunt. And he's upended at the 33 following a good pickup of 8. 8 yards the gain on that last run. Here's second and a couple. They'll run with Hunt on second down.
Second and 2 is prime time for a little bit of a gamble, isn't it? Open up the playbook, go play action, toss that bad boy deep. But in this situation, go ahead and give it to your back. Let him pick up a first down. Keep the sticks moving.
So from the 36 now, first and 10. A shotgun snap for Love. That's complete to DK Metcalf. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. A Bronco first down there, 12 yards on the play. On first down, it's Love. And he completes it to Hunt. And he is tackled inside the 40, not quite to the 35. Give him 14 yards there and a Denver first down. So from Charger territory now, here's a first and 10 at the 37-yard line. He'll find Metcalf. A Bronco first down there, 12 yards on the play.
Well, he's looking sharp right from the get-go here. Tough division. They needed this kind of a start. But I think this is part of where scripting comes in. We always hear about the scripting of plays, how they're going to be called. Everyone dress rehearses their script, and right now they're following it to a T.
And for that opening drive, so part of the script still to come, right, partner?
Yeah, no doubt about it. We've got a ways to go with that. But you can tell that they worked on the script the entire week in practice, and it's paying off for them.
And now a throw on first down there, but it's incomplete. Johnson, the intended target, and it's second down. Throwing again is Love. And nearly an interception here on their opening drive. But instead, third down. This offense was on the move. Now 2 straight incompletions have them looking at 3rd and 10. Luck throwing again. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked off by the linebacker, Jalen Smith. And his guys are going to take over at the 21-yard line. Now following the interception, here's Newton. He's going to rifle one deep left side. And that'll wind up incomplete. Try to give his man room to run under it, but it's second down. From the 21, it's 2nd and 10. They'll run out of the gun with Eckler. And nothing doing. He's immediately taken down at the line of scrimmage. Throwing on third down, Newton. And Tate's got it. That one good for 13 and a Charger first. A pretty sizable deficit here in the first quarter. This defense probably need to get off the field in those situations on third down.
And you and I both know in this huddle before that last third down play, that's exactly what they talked about. Let's make a play. Let's get off the field. Let's reverse the momentum. Instead, they got hit with another first down, almost back to the drawing board.
Now a throw downfield is taken in by his running back. Good yardage after the catch. Is that play good for 30 and a first? So how about that for a chain mover? They're all the way down inside the 40 now for 1st and 10. They'll run for the first time with Johnson. And a nice move will yield nothing as he's stopped behind the line. It's a loss of 4 on the first down play. Throwing on 2nd and 14. Newton, this one into the hands of Kittle, the tight end. And they'll get this one down to about the 20-yard line. 14-0 the score. This is the NFL on EA Sports. And this will be a gain of 6 when it's all said and done. Down to the 15 from the 21.
That's a strong pickup right there on first down. And as this drive goes on, we're seeing an offensive line and running game imposing its will.
On second down and 4, Newton. Looking end zone, but it's incomplete.
After that throw, and it was definitely one that he would love to have back, I wonder what's going through his head. I wonder what kind of mind game he's playing with himself to get himself back on track. Because a lot of guys...
And he takes it in for a Charger touchdown. Cam Newton with his 3rd touchdown pass of this first half. And the Chargers, they're able to widen their lead. Extra point up and through by Myers. And that makes the score 21-0. And after the touchdown, here's Myers to boot it away.
The Broncos take over first and 10.
Let's go!
At their own 25-yard line.
Denver offense at the line, ready to go. And some dangerous territory. You're already down 3 scores. A 3-and-out here, or an inability to put any points up. This one might be over by half.
Yeah, and what you also have to guard against is calling every play for a big shot downfield. You know, thinking you're going to get all these points back on one drive. You're not. And last time I looked, it's still the first half. I'm not saying you have ultimate patience here, but you also don't have to go ahead and force everything either.
They run right side with Hunt. And he takes this up to the 40-yard line before being corralled. Denver has the first down, to play going for 15 yards. Now after the run by Hunt, here's 1st and 10. Back to throw, Love. This one into the hands of Metcalf. That one going for a gain of 11 and a Bronco first down.
Well, they obviously read man coverage their partner, and he got downfield, broke down the defender, made him
What do you mean by that, Purple?
Yeah, he made him think he was going to run a different route. Probably thought he was going to take it upfield.
Into a double team, and it's intercepted. Picked off by the Honey Badger, Tyrann Mathieu. 20!
When a team's turned it over 3 times in the first half, we just look at the offense and say, guys, what are you doing? But instead, we really should be looking at the defense. They've created the takeaways. 2 interceptions, 1 caused fumble. They played awfully well swarming to the ball here in the first half.
That's it! 20! What's the run? They're running it. 20.
On first down, Newton. He's got his man. It's caught. Touchdown, Chargers. 4 touchdown passes now for Cam Newton. And the Chargers, they're able to widen their lead. But what a quick turnaround there. They get the football. Next play, boom, touchdown.
I've been in a situation before where a turnover occurs, and if you're over on the bench with your defensive mate and you talk about what to do on your next series, and all of a sudden you hear sudden change, you've got to get out on the field and defend right away. Not everyone is mentally prepared to go.
Is that what is yelled on the sidelines a lot of times?
That, among other things.
Maybe some words we can't share here.
Yeah, we'll just keep this one PG.
FCC violation.
No doubt.
The Broncos take over first and 10.
Let's go!
At their own 25-yard line.
The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. Typically down to the first half, I might say, oh, you at least need a field goal out of this drive, but they're down to the point where they need a touchdown, don't they?
Yeah, normally, you know me. I mean, you've been around me for a while now, right?
Unfortunately.
I'm sorry about that. But normally, I'm the one preaching patience.
Yeah.
You know, take your time. First half, you still got a chance. I think they're out of patience here. This has to be a drive that gets a touchdown. So if you're the play caller, you're going to that portion of the sheet that says big-time plays, specials, anything you can use to get yourself back into it.
Getting it to him in space pays off big time. That winds up going for 31. So the big play gets him across midfield now for 1st and 10.
Watch 52. Watch 52. 52. 11. Screen. Watch the screen.
Out of the gun. Luck. Steps away to his left. And now he's going to use his legs. He'll get just a yard on the scramble. It's 2nd down.
They brought the blitz that time, and I thought they were going to get to him, but instead, he flipped it on its ear and ended up picking up positive yardage.
I thought he was dead to rights, but you are exactly correct, sir. Able to turn that into a positive gain. They'll get 9 there as that sets him up better for 3rd down. Lock on 3rd down. Open man is Metcalf. He's got it. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. And he's brought to the ground with another 1st down at the Chargers' 19. Got to say, I was a little surprised to see him, Charles, come out in the shotgun on 3rd and less than a yard.
Yeah, but the way the NFL is nowadays, we hardly ever see anyone really run for it on short yardage. So they're going to throw the football more times than not. That was a nice, easy rhythm throw right there, and they pick up the 1st down.
Broncos with their first trip to the red zone thus far. 1st and 10 at the 19. They run. It's Gurley. And he'll take this inside the 20 and down to the 18. Give him a couple on the carry there. 2nd and 8.
But we just saw a great example of what we talked about with his coach prior to the game. He's definitely one of the better linebackers at reading the play and flowing to make the stop before it turns into something big.
Throwing on 2nd and 8. Luck. He's going to be sacked. Back at the 23-yard line. Unable to stop KJ right there as he slips by for the sack. 7th play of this drive coming up, but a long way to go on 3rd down. Here's Luck. And that one's complete to Gurley. And he's going to come up well short as they rally up to stop him at about the 16. 7 yards on the play, and that's going to bring up a 4th down. To throw is Luck. And he is into the end zone for a Denver touchdown. A 16-yard touchdown as they are now on the board here in the 1st half. Justin Tucker for the extra point. He's got it to bring it back to 28-7 now. Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown. And no return on this one as the fair catch is signaled for and taken. The Charger drive about to get going. They are just putting things together so well here, drive after drive. They really have captured the momentum, haven't they?
They've taken momentum and pretty much not just giving him a jersey, but a seat on the bench as well. Whatever do you need, you've got it, because the way they're stringing things together and creating that distance between them and their opponent is really hard to narrow that gap.
Cam fighting. He lost the football. It's out. It's picked up by the Broncos. And he is not quite going to make it all the way in. They'll mark him down right about the 1-yard line.
I think what we just saw there with that fumble return is the increased emphasis on taking the ball away from another team. And no one wants to just fall on in football anymore, do they? They want to take it and try and score themselves.
But when you fall 1 yard short of getting in the end zone as a former defender, you know it hurts a little bit, doesn't it?
Not only does it hurt, the laughter in film is going to be intense. You are going to get jumped on for not making it all the way to the end zone.
And we've hit the 2-minute mark in this first half of action. And we remind you that coming up at halftime, we'll hand things off to the coach, Jonathan Coachman in Orlando. He'll have a look back at a very intriguing opening weekend in the NFL. And he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair.
It's 3rd down and goal to go.
From back at the 3 now. This is 3rd and goal. From the gun, here's Love. Toward the end zone, but that's going to wind up incomplete.
Once you get into the red zone and the safeties have less ground to cover, You'd better be quick with your delivery. Not much space to get a ball in there.
Yeah, when that field shrinks with those safeties, it's almost like there's a couple extra defenders out there, right?
It certainly is. They end up taking up extra space just because there's not enough space for receivers to run through.
They snap it to Locke. A great open field tackle is going to stop him shy of the goal line. Gurley unable to punch it in on 4th and goal. And the Chargers hold tight down near the goal line. From the end zone, Newton. Looking left side, he's got it. Complete. A well-executed 22-yard gain. Newton now over 200 yards already in this first half. It's 1st and 10. Out of the gun, Newton. He'll get this to Eckler. And he gets this one just shy of the 40. They'll mark him down at the 39. It'll be a pickup of 16 and a Charger first. Back-to-back good plays have him on the move on 1st down. Complete to the tight end, Kittle, over the middle of the field. The Chargers going to signal for the first of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 34 seconds to go before halftime. 6 yards was the pickup on the last completion, so here's 2nd and 4. Completes it to the tight end, Kittle. And he'll be brought down just shy of midfield at the 49-yard line. 4 yards the pickup, 1st down. A final shot before the break. Newton. He's going to take a shot at the end zone. Why not? And that is incomplete. Took a shot there on 1st down, but he couldn't reel it in. So we reach halftime in what's been a fairly one-sided game so far. As we send you on out to our studios in Orlando, here's Jonathan Coachman at REA Sports Halftime Report. We'll see if Week 1 fatigue becomes any kind of a factor as we are back underway in the second half. Denver offense at the line, ready to go. They have the ball here for the inaugural drive of the second half. Pretty big deficit, though. We'll see what adjustments were made in that. And he lost the football and picked up by the Chargers. And they came out of the locker trailing. Not a good way to start this second half with their first drive.
Can't imagine. Imagine that the discussion at halftime encompassed this at all. In fact, I'm sure they talked about, okay, kind of wipe the slate clean, start the second half, and let's go out and play the way we know that we can. That's not a great example of it.
They didn't envision that. Flushed out right. And this will be caught in the end zone for a Chargers touchdown. Cam Newton with his 5th touchdown pass of the game. And the Chargers capitalize on the short field as they take it in for 6. Myers connects on the PAT. And the decision to just kick the extra point winds up successful. And after the touchdown, here's Myers to boot it away.
The Broncos take over.
Let's go, boys. Let's go.
At their own 25-yard line.
The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. And the turnover last time, that's sort of been symptomatic of their struggles here in this one.
Big word. I like it, man, because you're exactly right.
Like that, don't you?
All game long, They've struggled moving the ball, turning it over on the last possession. Is that word again, symptomatic?
Yeah.
I like that.
Your analysis, symptomatic of the success of this broadcast.
What I like is that you gave me the word, and I just kept using it.
Rush coming, and he's taken down. Ndamukong Suh with a sack. We've seen that a ton since he entered the league in 2010. Protection certainly going to need to be a bit better here on 2nd and 16. Going for Metcalf on the deep ball. And Luck will be intercepted for a 3rd time. Buda Baker with a pick.
It's just been one mistake after another on the offensive side of the ball. That's now 3 interceptions to go along with 2 fumbles for him. And if you're going to turn the ball over 5 times in a game, your chances to win have to be about 100 to 1. And it's not looking good for him here.
And down he goes, but he takes it up to the 40. First play of the drive, a success, 19 yards.
Something to watch here in week 1 of the season, tackling. Because you and I both know that in the preseason, a lot of these guys don't play a whole lot. Plus the intensity and the speed really ratchets up on opening week.
And they get to him after a gain of 6 to the 46.
They're trying to show that they can run the ball and protect this lead. Give it to the backs, play a little bit of keep away, don't you think?
And that's probably a good philosophy at this point, going to make that defense stand up and stop it. Now the 2nd down throw on target. Now he's going to get this all the way down inside the 35.
Let's go.
A bit of a catch for him to remember. That's number 400 for his NFL career. Not a bad number at all. Out of the gun, Eckler running it. And that play is blown up, losing yardage back at the 35. That's going to go as a loss of a yard, and it'll be 2nd down.
I have zero rooting interest in either team in this game. I only want a good game. But with all the offense we've seen from them tonight, it's kind of nice to see the defense step up and make a big play.
Yeah, I was wondering if they were ever going to get him in the backfield. Nice to see him get a stop. And holding it may be the wrong decision as he stopped in the backfield. It's a loss of 2, now 3rd down. So 1st and 2nd down went in the wrong direction. They'll try to do better here on 3rd and 13. And an alley to run. And this effort will not get it done. He stopped well short of the 1st down at the 29. Give him 8 yards on the carry, and that's going to bring up 4th down. Out is Myers for the Seahawk field goal. From the left hash, this from 46. And Myers able to knock it through. And they're sitting pretty now as the lead grows even further. So that's a 7-play drive that ultimately stalls out there at the end.
And things were a little leaky in the beginning on that drive, weren't they? But how about the front 7? As they got closer to the goal line, things stiffened a little bit and forced the field goal.
And he'll get it up past the 20 to the 22-yard line. Denver offense at the line, ready to go. They have been struggling. I would imagine at halftime they went through some possible changes. Well, those changes aren't working, so now where do you go?
I think that now it's much more in their head. And what I mean by that is just what you said. You've gone over the changes. I bet they were pretty clinical at the half, not too emotional. They might need to go to the emotional side because you've got to find something, some spark somewhere. And so far, just being calm hasn't exactly worked.
They need any spark at this point. And they will finally drag him down at the Chargers' 37-yard line. So how about that for a chain mover? They're all the way down inside the 40 now. Blitz coming, and down he goes. K.J. Wright able to drop him that time for his 2nd sack of the evening. 2nd and 14 as they've got work to do here after the sack. From the pistol, it's Gurley. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. Officially, it will go as a 1-yard loss, and that's going to lead to a 3rd down. Continues to be a struggle for this offense and this home crowd. They're growing a little restless here in the 2nd half.
And I think they've just got to look at how they're trying to move the football. Yeah, you want to run it, but maybe you spread it out, maybe some swing passes that can take the place of runs and give you a little more space.
Now throwing on 3rd down there, but he cannot connect. Still just the 3rd quarter, but they've got to make something happen. I think they know that. They're going for it on 4th. Here we go on 4th. Rupp. And for the 4th time tonight, it's an interception. Picked off at the 24. And he'll get this back across the midfield stripe and down to the 47-yard line.
All right, work with me, partner. This is a classic understatement. Their execution has been very poor. Last 3 drives, 2 interceptions and a fumble. Winning football? We're not seeing it right now.
Throwing on first down, but this one winds up to be incomplete. An incomplete pass on first down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. To throw again. Newton over the middle to Kittle. Complete. And he'll get this one down near the 20-yard line. Just shy of the 20. A first down there on a pickup of 25. Now a first down throw for Newton. And they're going to get him. He's sacked back around the 28. That's sacked by Khalil Mack. Work to be done here on 2nd and 16 after the sack. We are through 3 quarters here on NFL Kickoff Weekend. We'll return with more after this. This is the NFL, and it's on EA Sports. Protection certainly going to need to be a bit better here on 2nd and 16.
20.
Here's Newton. And the pressure gets to him again. Sheldon Rankins, his 2nd sack of the night. And now they're looking for 19 yards here on 3rd down following 2 negative plays. Newton. He wants it all for the end zone. And incomplete, almost intercepted. Had a great shot of picking that off in the end zone. And now 4th down.
Finally, a good play there defensively on the deep ball. The secondary has had its struggles this entire game. Offensively, they've had their way with them.
And this one is no good. He missed it. And this score will stay right where it is. Well, they can probably live with that with this late lead in the 4th quarter. That's one of the few things that's gone wrong.
You're exactly right. This one was well in hand. That kick there was more for cosmetics, to add to their score. Not getting it, that shouldn't harm them at all.
Call it no gain on the play, and it'll be 2nd down. So after the run for no gain, here's 2nd and 10. They stay on the ground. Again, it's Hunt. And here's another tackle made at the line. So they're converging well on the football now. Call it no gain on the run there, and now they'll be looking at a 3rd down. 2 runs for a net gain of nothing. Now here's 3rd and 10. Now Luck. And now here is another interception. It's the Honey Badger, Tyrann Mathieu. And they'll take over inside the 45 at the 44-yard line.
At the 44-yard line.
Ready? Ready, 88. Gun, gun. March 50, March 50, March 50. Ready?
Now following the interception, here's Newton. He's going to fire one deep over the middle. And a scary incompletion, almost picked off. It would have been their first INT of the game. Instead, 2nd down. So after the incompletion on first, now 2nd and 10. Now it's Newton. And this one incomplete. Too much contact to hold on to that one, and it's 3rd down. The Chargers on 3rd down. They've converted 3 out of 5 thus far. This is 3rd and 10. He finds Beckham complete. And they'll have it in the red zone before he crosses over out of bounds. Newton now a perfect 8 for 8 to start the second half. Not bad. 1st and 10. That's to the right side, complete to Kittle. And he gets it inside the 10 to the 9. Another good gain. That's now 35 yards combined on those last 2 plays.
Here we go, here we go. 180. Mike 50. Hey, defense, let's go. Pick it up.
They'll try and run for it on 1st and goal. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. That's going to go as a loss of 1 on first down.
Brandon, it's clearly a running situation when you're up in the fourth quarter. They're going to have to stack the box and make it difficult for them to move the ball.
Made it very difficult right there. Now they need to repeat that effort.
Yeah, bring 7, 8, 9, whatever it's going to take to slow them down.
And he'll get this one down to about the 10-yard line. The second down play, not much better than the first, just a gain of 1 there. Now Newton on 3rd and goal. To the goal line, but it's incomplete.
Didn't have a receiver open downfield, as it turned out. Couldn't even find his outlet man because of the coverage. It was way too tight. Unable to find anyone open.
Myers' kick is good. And that will just add 3 more to a lead that's already out of hand. So it's 3 more points, and that widens this thing out even further here in the fourth.
And you know in this league, you can never have enough points, but this widens it out, as you said, and now it's all about ball control, isn't it?
And nice work on the return as they'll start their drive just past the 30-yard line.
At their own 31-yard line.
The Broncos onto the field ready to start their next drive. And they've sort of lost their way, partner. How do they recalibrate and get this proverbial train back on track?
Well, this is where leadership really comes into play. How's the head coach handling it? The offensive coordinator? Sometimes they just make a joke. All right, guys, had your fun? All right.
Throw it out the window.
Yeah, let's get back on track here. And sometimes that'll work just fine.
I guess it's time now to lean on that leadership. Another throw on second down, and this one incomplete as well. Just nothing there again. He's been sacked multiple times. We've seen the interceptions, of course. He's really been through the ringer, hasn't he?
And what we've seen is a defense that's well coordinated. The front and the back really in sync. The front putting on the pressure, the backside being ball hawks and picking passes off.
That one going for a gain of 11 and a Bronco first down. Luck on first down. And this will be incomplete. Physical play on the football there, and it's second down. Ball on the 42 as they come up 2nd and 10. Here's Luck. Throwing middle, but it's incomplete.
Brandon, at least there's one bright side to that incompletion.
What's that?
It wasn't an interception.
Wow. You're a nice guy. That was kind of savage. But correct. No pick, just incomplete that time. And now the 3rd down throw incomplete as well. Well, it just seems like all game long there hasn't been a lot of sync quarterback to wide receiver on this side of the football.
They haven't been on the same page, quarterback and receivers. Heck, they haven't been on the same grease board when you draw plays up. They haven't been on the same Surface tablet that you look at on the sidelines. Nothing's worked for them. They've got to find a way to start matching each other's movements.
Here's Locke. And my goodness, another interception. Buda Baker with a pick. And this one will be returned to right around the 38-yard line. So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. This is a counter play. Eckler. And forget about finding a lane. He barely had time to look up before he was planted in the backfield. They'll wind up losing 3 yards here. And it'll bring up a 2nd and 13. So it's Charger football as we welcome you back from the 2-minute warning. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. Now on 2nd and 13. Newton. This one into the hands of Kittle, the tight end. And they're able to get this one past the 30 to the 25-yard line. 16 yards is the pickup there and a first down for L.A. Not totally home free yet, but it's looking good as they come up 1st and 10. He'll get 8 on the keeper there. It'll be 2nd and a couple. Well, they'll take that every time with a lead. First down, 4th quarter, getting 8 yards. You love that.
They will take it, and you have to ask the defensive guys, why did you give it? I mean, you know the situation. You're down, have to stop them, have to get the football back. But 8 yards on first down puts them back on their heels.
That second down play nets a -4. He can run for it, and he will. And he will get into the end zone. It's another touchdown. This thing is ugly. Turning into a really good performance on the road. Week 1, you're just hoping for that first win. It's tough to do it away from home, though, but they're looking strong.
It certainly is. Any road win in the NFL is a great road win. I mean, it just does not matter whether it's supposed to be tough or not. In this particular situation, how great will they feel leaving with a win on the road against a tough opponent?
A little work still to do, though.
The Broncos take over first and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
Denver offense at the line, ready to go. They've lost this one. Their offense has struggled. Do they try to put together something here at the end just to take into next week?
Yeah, sometimes teams want to do that.
And that's caught inside the 35. A huge play there for Denver. 42 yards. So the big play changes the complexion of things. Here's 1st and 10 just outside the 30.
First and 10 at the 33-yard line.
A shotgun snap for Love. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down.
You better be ready next time.
So this crowd will not go home happy. It's a victory for our visitors. And, partner, I must say, good to see you again. Been too long, and it's good to have football.